Hi guys, I'm live for bed. Rant. How you guys doing? I just want to chat a little. Um, I learned something about myself by talking about myself to a fan. I guess I can put thoughts together myself when I talk about myself, and I realized, and plus his questions enabled me to think about things in a different way, and I finally figured some things out about myself. I think I'd like to share them with you. Um, I know. I concentrate a lot on my natural father, Jim Morrison. I think a lot about that part of my life more than I think of my adoptive father and family and why I was adopted. That was just kind of a black hole for me. But when I talked to this fan, he was asking the right questions and made me think about it, and I realized what was really going on. I have a feeling my parents, my adoptive parents, were basically high society, and they couldn't have kids for some reason. I don't know whose fault that was. I don't know if it was my dad's, my mom's, or neither, both. I don't know. And they needed a kid. They needed a picture perfect family for the image. And I was a good looking kid, simple as that. I looked good. I was a cute little kid. They needed a son and a daughter to make a well rounded, perfect family. So they adopted my sister Cindy also. I was adopted first because I'm older. But we both were adopted, and I was basically picked because I was cute, is my feeling. I was never told that, but that I was the only thing. What I was told was they looked at me and they said he's the one. So basically, my looks as a baby got me the gig as a wise man. I didn't really figure that out until like yesterday when I was on my walk and this fan straightened it out for me. He asked the right questions, and so basically, you were adopted because you were cute. And I looked up and thought, I guess. Oh, that's it. I figured that out from talking to him. And I just want to do some random rant now. First of all, I enjoy being transparent with you. Being transparent is the only way I really know how to do things. Like if I don't mean something, I not only don't feel like saying it, I'm not able to say it convincingly anyway. Whether it's talking and even musically, especially lately now that I'm pouring more of my heart into my songs or the songs I do and my music. I'm putting my heart more into it because of stuff I'm going through. First of all, my wife being in the hospital and not having her here, not having a lot of money to go on, and being alone in the house. And but that also those emotions, help the music, and the solitude helps the channel because there's no one bothering me. I mean, I hate to say that. I'm not saying I don't want her here because if I didn't want her here, there would be no emotions connected with her not being here. But because she's not here, she doesn't bother me, and I can be in my space a lot better, and I can get in my headspace to do my songs and videos better when I'm here alone, even though it kind of sucks in some other ways. But it helps the art in a couple ways. It helps the emotions of the art come through, and it helps me have no distractions. But having said that, I don't really like living alone with no one to be around and just isolated. It's not my thing. But it is what's happening, so I have to accept it, and it's helping my art. How else can I say that? It's like fate strong-armed me, and I'm saying, well, fine, get me. I kind of like it, and fate's saying, what do you mean you like it? I said, well, you're the one that did it, kind of thing, but my music, I'm putting more of my heart into my music, whether it's my songs, my jams, random jams, or other people's songs. No matter whose material I'm doing, I always play for what I feel about that. Like I did Frank Zappa, which I love that guy. I mean, I'm sorry if it's taken me so long to get to him, but that's because he's so great. I don't take it lightly to do him. I don't just say, well, let's get up and do some Frank Zappa. It's not like that. It's like, well, let's study a few years and maybe I can attempt one type of thing, AST vibe. But I finally got the guts to do one today. But I did it my way. I did the parts that I felt, which is most of it. I hope I felt more than half of what he had in there. I hope I felt. It would be nice if I felt even more than that. But I played the parts I felt and played it my way, and I'm actually happy with it. I mean, I think Frank's smiling down. Who's this guy? Who does he think he is? Oh, I kind of like it. It kind of sounds all right. I may be being presumptuous, but that would be nice if that's the case. I'm not saying it is, because what do I know? But that'd be nice if Frank, because somehow his consciousness saw that and thought, that kid's all right. He did my song with heart. I did the solo in the same key he did, D Mixolydian. I tried to do the chords right. I remember the lyrics that I did, and when I did them, when I remember them, I was on point. When I don't remember, I kind of float or don't do it at all. But I meant well, Frank. I didn't mean to leave anything out. It wasn't my intention. I just played the parts that I felt that came to me. Same with Wayward Son by Kansas. I have never learned that song in my life till today, but I played it the way I felt it. And all that. And as far as the moderator, we've made up. I'm sorry. We agreed together that I kind of threw him under the bus with that video on the front porch. It's like I was ragging on him. So even though it got like 300 plus views, I deleted the sucker for him. That was for you, Matt. I didn't mean to do that. I was just saying my feelings, and when it came out that way, I felt like the right thing to do was to delete it. I don't mean to be nefarious. It just may come out that way, and then I look back at it and go, I didn't mean that, so I delete it. It just happens. But he's no longer editing my channel, but he's still on my channel, so we can put our music on my channel. I still kept him on, so when we do songs, our stuff, he can load it onto my channel. We have a commitment with music. It may not be him editing my channel that can come and go. Maybe it already went, but we have a commitment to do music together. He made the pedal. I try to sell it. I play it. I endorse it. I advertise it, and we do our songs. We write them. He produces them, and I sing them. He produces them. We record them. We play them, and we release them, and we make a song. That's just part of our thing. That's not to the whim of I don't feel good today, Matt. Screw you. Okay, see ya. That's not really on the table because we both committed to that. The music's too important. The art's too important. The product's too important. And that has to come first before our little butthurt feelings, including my own. That kind of sounded like something Frank would have said. Am I sounding like you, Frank? I'm not saying I am, but you had a very analytical chop, chop, chop way of saying things, and it felt like I was doing that. So nothing wrong with that. Frank may be the most intelligent rock musician that ever walked the earth. I don't know if he's the best guitar player. I don't know if he's the best this or that. But intelligence, don't fuck with that dude. But anyway, I'm just ranting. I'm sorry that noise came on. I don't have the phone muted. And just one more little thing. I think it's funny about my math videos because I don't take those seriously, but yet at the same time, there's a hidden contradiction in that I've spent the first 20 years of my life getting a Harvard college education, basically. So it's not like it's something that just isn't there. It's just something I sometimes don't think about or don't take seriously. It doesn't mean it's not there. And when I do math, it actually helps me remember it, helps me clarify it for myself, and it brings back part of myself that I may have forgotten or not cared about in a long time. So I appreciate when you guys watch those too. It's just my mind is just integrating all of his past experiences, and all the things I've done are part of me, and math is one of those. And so sometimes I just ramble about it, and it clears things up about math in my past. It doesn't really help me that much in other ways, but hey, nothing wrong with math. There's STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math is a big thing. People that are geeks make billions of dollars sometimes. Look at Bill Gates. Can you beat that? And he was a geek. And he also never finished college. His friends that finished college actually ended up working for him. That's LOL, right? Love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.